With 2022 going by quite fast and the month having just ticked over into October, let's have a look at some of the biggest games releasing this month in October, as it is quite stacked with a lot of games that just might pique your interest. Definitely let us know in the comments down below what you will be picking up this month, or if you have recently picked up any games that are keeping you hooked during this month of October. Definitely click like down below to show support because it really does help us out, and you can subscribe because we have plenty of things planned over the next few days that you definitely don't want to miss out on. Let's start it off with Overwatch 2. The month is basically kicking off with a big one for fans of the Blizzard game Overwatch and shooters in general, as the release of Overwatch 2 is coming out today on October 4th. With this release you will also be getting new heroes, new maps, and more. However, the long-awaited PvE mode won't be launching until next year. This game is coming out for both consoles and PC, so if you're a fan of the original Overwatch, you're definitely going to like this one, but if you aren't a fan of the original Overwatch, I think it's probably going to be more of the same, of course, with expanded maps, weapons, characters, and things like that, so you'll have to see for yourself if this is for you. Next up is NEIR Automata, The End of YORHA Edition. Regarded as a classic at this point, NEIR Automata is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch, being wrapped up in the End of YORHA Edition. This means that you'll be getting the base game, plus all of the DLC, as well as some additional Switch exclusive skins. It'll be launching on October 6th, so don't miss out on this Platinum Games masterpiece if you haven't tried it already. Next up is No Man's Sky, and this is another one for the Nintendo Switch. No Man's Sky will be releasing for the Nintendo Switch on October 7th this month. Even though this game has had a rocky start at the beginning, which you may remember, it seems to be in a very good place now, so it might be the right time to give it a go and jump in and explore the universe on Nintendo Switch. Next up is No More Heroes 3. For fans of crazy hack and slash games, No More Heroes 3 will no longer be confined to the Nintendo Switch, as it's now going to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In this, you'll be taking on the role of Travis Touchdown as he takes down aliens, and if that sounds right up your street, then you'll be able to play this one on October 11th of this month. Next up's a bit of a different one, it's LEGO Brick Tales. Maybe as the October cold starts to settle in, you're looking for something a little bit more cozy, as we are getting into a more relaxing part at the end of the year. Well, LEGO Brick Tales has you covered, as you'll be able to put your building skills to the test as you go through different physics-based diorama biomes in an attempt to breathe life into your grandfather's amusement park. This one's going to come out on October 12th for both consoles and PC. Next up is Scorn, and we're doing a complete 180 from cozy to super creepy. Scorn is an upcoming first-person biopunk survival horror adventure. The atmosphere of this game aims to make you feel uneasy as you progress to find out the mysteries that await you, so if that sounds like a good time to you, then you might want to pick this one up on October 14th for either PC or the Xbox consoles. If you're a sports fan though, we also have two sports games releasing this month. We have NHL 23 on October 14th and PGA Tour 2K23 on October 14th. Moving on, we also have Dragon Ball The Breakers. If your power level is over 9,000, then Dragon Ball The Breakers is a new take for the Dragon Ball franchise, as you can essentially think of this like Dragon Ball's version of Dead by Daylight, the popular asymmetric multiplayer survival horror online game, as you're either going to be the chaser or the person getting chased, and it's definitely one to try out if you like that kind of genre. Dragon Ball The Breakers will be releasing on October 14th for PC and consoles. Next up is A Plague Tale Requiem. People really loved the first Plague Tale game, and it's somewhat of a sleeper hit to be honest, so this one is the follow-up sequel that will be launching on October 18th, and will be continuing the story of Amicia and her brother Hugo, as they do whatever it takes to survive a brutal, uncaring world. You'll be able to get this on consoles, PC, and a cloud version on Nintendo Switch. For something a little bit different, next is Marvel Snap. Marvel is launching a new game, but this time it's helmed by ex-Hearthstone developers. You will be building a deck of familiar heroes and villains from the Marvel Universe in fast-paced matches. It's going to be free to play, so you can give it a try without having to invest anything, and it will be coming to PC and mobile platforms on October 18th. Next is one for the Uncharted fans, it's Legacy of Thieves The Collection. The thing is though, when PlayStation port their games to PC, the thing that we get most excited for isn't that we get to play the game with the best looking graphics on PC, but it's the fact that we're going to get all kinds of crazy mods for it. If you haven't tried an Uncharted game before, this is going to be an absolutely fantastic time to jump in, as this collection bundles up both recent Uncharted releases into one. Next up is a new game, Tales from the Borderlands. If you aren't already familiar with the Tales from the Borderlands series, don't go in expecting expecting the same looter-shooter RPG that you would get from the mainline Borderlands games. Instead, you're going to play your way through a narrative-driven game where your choices matter and change the outcomes of the story. This new Tales from the Borderlands game is set to bring new characters looking for a vault key. This one is going to release on October 21st on consoles and PC. Next is Gotham Knights. We're returning to the Arkham universe, but this time Batman isn't around to save the day, and instead other members of the Bat family will have to take up the mantle to protect Gotham. The game will be more of an RPG with experience and levels, skill trees and loot, and players will be able to play through a full story campaign and play co-op with a friend. You can play Gotham Knights on both consoles and PC on October 21st. Next up is one of two JRPGs on this list, with the first one being the re-release of Persona 5 Royale, which will be coming to other consoles as well as PC after it's been exclusive to the PlayStation platforms for quite a while. The re-release date for this one is October 21st for those other consoles and PC. The second JRPG is going to be Star Ocean: The Divine Force. Seasoned JRPG fans will definitely know the name Star Ocean, so you can definitely expect your usual JRPG format with a sci-fi spin. If you're looking for an engaging story to settle into, as well as some added freedom since they are giving you the ability to fly and explore in any direction, then this one might be one that you want to pick up for PC or consoles on October 27th. Next is Bayonetta 3, the second Platinum Games game on the list, and this one is awesome too. Nintendo and Platinum Games fans have waited years for a new Bayonetta, and now it's going to be launching on Nintendo Switch on the 28th of October. You will be taken on an action-adventure in this game as you hack and slash your way through the mystical world of Bayonetta, with tight controls and the ever-smooth Bayonetta. Next up is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Like clockwork, the next Call of Duty is coming out in its yearly schedule, but if you haven't been too excited by the recent releases that they've had, then you may want to check this one out. This is a follow-up from the Modern Warfare of 2019, it's essentially a reboot, and it's making changes to expand the game into a different territory, adding a brand new DMZ mode, which sounds like it's going to be something similar to Escape from Tarkov. Personally, we're super excited for this one, and we can't wait to play it to find out more. In addition to this, you're going to get a full campaign, and if the missions within the campaign can reach the height of Clean House from the 2019's Call of Duty, then you will be in for a ride. If any of these games sound interesting to you, definitely click like down below to show support because it really does help, and subscribe and click the bell because we have lots planned for you guys over the next few days that you definitely don't want to miss. There are 2 more videos on the screen now that we think you might really enjoy if you did enjoy this one. You don't have to click them, but if you do, tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.